Okay, so this is the Crosse V10v2 indoor weather station, pretty much with Wi-Fi. Currently on the outdoor one, it's just hooked up to a Crosse LTV TH2i. These two came with the bundle. I believe this came out to be like $70 at least. I think so. Yeah, $70 at Bass Pro Shop. This has four displays on it. You have your outdoor temperature, as I just pointed out. Your indoor, this is pressure with extra sensors, so you can add like your wind sensors, stuff like that. This is your forecast, which is hooked up via Wi-Fi. We'll go over the buttons on top with Wi-Fi. This also comes with an app, so we'll go over the app. And yeah, okay. So we'll start off with the buttons. Or first, well, actually, we'll go off the entire station actually. So this is the front side of the station. You have your buttons here with your kickstand on the back. If these will focus. Hold on, let me distance it away a little. Here we go. So we have, starting from the left going to the right, we have light, which is your backlight. You have temperature info, you have extra sensor, plus set, minus, alerts, hourly forecast, and daily forecast. And on the back, you have not much. You have a few instructions up here on top. This is your barcode, which you will use to set up in the app. I don't mind showing this because you literally cannot connect it without it being in range. And you have this Wi-Fi button, which is how you hook up your Wi-Fi. Under this, you do have a backup battery. Let me see if I can pull it out. I think it's, and here it is. Your backup battery is located right here. I haven't been able to open it yet, but your backup battery does go there. In the absolute case, it only gets used in the absolute case power is officially out. Really wouldn't recommend it if you unplug your station a lot, since it's just gonna drain it. With the stand, it does come with about 3 holes. You could probably fit a thumbtack through, which is how I have it set up. I have like two usually support it. With just one, the station will just wobble around. With 2, it's decent support. We'll first start off with the backlight button. So that's just your backlight. It's 4 levels. You have 4, 3, 2, 1, and off, and then back to 4. You have temperature info. Your high records outdoor, low records outdoor, high record humidity outdoor, low record humidity outdoor, high record indoor, low record indoor, humidity high record, low record. Your heat index, this is probably one of the, not the best things about this station. But you have to cycle through all of that to get to the heat index and dew point, which is essential information. And then after that, you have your extra sensor button, just cycles through your sensors. You have your IDs, ID there. Auto scroll, this is probably where, when you set up all your other sensors, you can set auto scroll, which I have it on. What auto scroll basically does, it just scrolls through the information. It starts off from pressure. You can have like a wind sensor, goes through how fast the wind is, the direction. Crosse sells pool thermometers, barbecue thermometers, leak sensors, stuff like that. Your minus button, your set button, practically just a status button, says all okay. If you hold it down, it goes through your settings. We'll go through the settings here afterwards after we go through all the buttons. Oh, you have alerts. You have to hold this button down to get through to it. You have your high alerts, outdoor temp, and low alerts, outdoor temp, high and low for outdoor humidity, high and low for indoor temperature, high and low for indoor humidity. Let me actually showcase setting this up. So let's say you set it to on. That's the temperature. If it surpasses that temperature, it will go off. And then it starts blinking like that. That's practically telling you, hey, you can set this. Once it's set, you have this little icon show up, which is just saying, hey, you have this alert on. So yeah. Let's go back to alerts. I'm actually going to disable that because I have alerts on the app, which you can also set. I'll showcase those off. Your hourly temperature, this is pretty much just a 24-hour or 12-hour, I think it's 12 hours. It's 12 hours. And then your pretty much 6 to 5 days, I think it's 6 days. Yeah, it's your 6-day forecast. Your high and lows. So this is your high temperature, that's your low temperature. There's your precipitation. This down here, which is probably pretty cool, it updates with the season. So you'd have each trees on for the summer. I think I'm not sure exactly what trees for the fall. This dead tree for the winter. I'm not sure if this bottom thing updates. I don't think it does. I think those are all the buttons. No, so now we're gonna go through the set button. Which, there you go, hello. Let me fix this real quick. There you go. So you have English, Spanish, and French. We'll do English. Beep on, off. 24 hour. This is your hour format. So you have 24 hours and 12 hours. I keep it at 12 hours. Your current time. This updates with the Wi-Fi functionality. Year, month, date, month and date, date and month, month and date. And the temperature, Fahrenheit, Celsius, Fahrenheit, pressure, inches, HPA, go that. You can set your sensor, you can set this. You probably want a pressure sensor on the side to do it that with. I just did it like that. It says thank you, you're welcome. And there you go. So that's pretty much the entire station. We're gonna go through the app here in a second. So if we go down, here's the app. So to get the app to work, you just need the station pretty much that has Wi-Fi. Because what the station does, it sends the data. The sensor can't send the data itself since it has to be connected to a station to actually receive the data. But yeah, you have the data here. You could set like different homes, for example. So if you want to set up multiple sensors at multiple locations, you're able to do that, I think, by doing add edit locations. That's pretty much what you do. So we'll just start off with the basic view. So you have your indoor station. The temperature shows up at the bottom of the screen. There we go. Shows up at the bottom of the screen. You can go up, and then it has your today's high, today's low, and then humidity details, and then temperature details, just your highs and lows for the day. There's your chart. We'll go with the stream. We'll actually do the streams right now. So the streams are basically just things that you can have where the date and time are. You can have that rotate around on with data. If this will load, I don't think it will. Or the app just crashed. Hold on. There we go. It takes a while to load. Go back to the stream items. There we go. So we'll add stream item. You have text stream and weather stream. We'll first test. We'll do first a text stream. So we'll just put test and test. Save. So there. And I'll start scrolling here in a second. We'll do weather stream. There's a lot. So you could do air quality, cloud cover, grass pollen, hours of sunlight, mold risk, moon phase, moon rise, moon set, probability of hail, precipitation, thunderstorms and tornadoes, ragweed pollen, snow accumulation, sunrise and sunset, tree pollen, UV index, wind direction, wind gust, and wind speed. Most of this data, or the wind gusts especially, is from local airports. So for example, if I were to set this, it'd be showing me the data from Carter Field. So we'll just do probability of hail for right now to just showcase the stream off. For the load. Sometimes it takes a while to load depending on your internet connection. But I think we're just gonna cancel it. We can't cancel. So we'll give it a second. But as I'm seeing up here too, you can start seeing that the test text we had starting to show up too. Because the app usually says it takes 10 to 5 minutes to do it. That's practically just a lie, depending on your internet connection, that is. Those stream items will pop up pretty much, and just you can set them from anywhere. So you could be in like across the country and you'd still be able to set items on the stream for the weather station. What through the graph here, you can, based on the data, it will show you more of these little icons, but you can see temperature and humidity on the indoor sensor or indoor station, how does it have it named. You can do 1 day, and you can press the data button, and you have all this data with hours in the exact decimal data. You can see the exact decimal data on the station itself, but once it collects the data for the daily stuff, it will just run it to the nearest 10 or 1 actually, not the nearest 10. You have 1 day and 7 days. 7 days shows it in a practically 1 day to 24-hour period. 7 days is just a 7-day period. So for example, it would be from today to about last week, around the same time. But it doesn't look, it'll load. So we're gonna go back to 1 day to show off another thing. Up here, this button right here is to download your data. I won't show it because it shows your email. You can just press this button, depending, because there's also subscriptions which store your data for longer, but this base data is fine. You can download the data and have it on your computer. Usually what happens with that, it gives you your, because I've done this before, it gives you your temperature, your humidity, your dew point, and your heat index. And it's usually just this one huge text file. You have the share button. This share button, what it does actually, you can take a photo, and then it has the data on the bottom with the date and just Crosse view, which is the name of the app, written on it, the time and date. And then you have your edit, so you can do locations. I only have home. You can do devices. Those are my current devices. You can press on more information. You can put a zip as well, which is pretty much what helps out with the with this weather data right here. Yeah, you can opt out also with time services. That's what I was also talking about, the time. It automatically updates as well. Alerts. This is also, you can sync it up with your station. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. You can set the alerts on your station, but it will not sync with the app. What you could do is set the alerts on here and pretty much just have it the same as your station. So for example, you just usually get these notifications. I don't think I have one saved. No, I do not. So for example, you have stuff like this. I have set the heat index to, if it goes over 110, the moment it goes over 110, it will alert you. So we'll just press save because I don't want to mess with that. And then also have the temperature. If it goes over 95 or under 15, that's fine. And usually once it trips it, you'd also see this, what it tripped is outlined in red. So for example, if there's a heat index, it would be outlined in red. But right now, since the temperature tripped it, it's the temperature. Alerts, units, you can set different units pretty much. So your station could have one unit, but your app could have a different unit if you'd like to set it up that way, but it's kind of confusing sometimes. Connect to Wi-Fi, pretty much what that is, with the barcode on the back, you just scan the barcode and set it up that way. You can also set up with a computer. The app can run through that as well. That's where that help, share, and rate goes in on your account. I'm not gonna go through that since that's my email and all that. This button right here is where your alerts would pop up, but I've cleared mine. But I think, That should be it for this station. But no, yeah, that's pretty much it for this station. Pretty much with the what you want to make sure if you're buying a sensor, an extra sensor, you can also go in the app too and press Addon Sensors right here. It'll focus. Shop Addon Sensors, and what it will do, it will take you to the website. It's gonna take a while. There we go. Addon Sensors, and these are all the add-on sensors you can get for your station. Yeah, you can also see there's other stations on here as well. What you could do, you could buy another station, put that one with more information, put that in your room, and you can have this one connected to that same sensor. It would still show the data, which is super interesting as well. So you can have one separate for your wind data, but this one could also show your wind data, but in a really small segment, pretty much. Yeah, those barbecue sensors, pull only displays, bonus display, wireless pool thermometer. There's a lot on here. Pool sensor, water leak detector, which is awesome too. Your rain sensor, all this stuff. It's honestly pretty cool. That Crosse has its practically its own ecosystem, and you can just add whatever you want on there. But yeah. I'll have a link in the comments for anyone that's looking for assistance with this. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That link for the comments, that's pretty much just help or just hang up pretty much. Leave a comment, or just pretty much if you need any help, just leave a comment. I'll try to direct you as much as I can. If I cannot, I probably recommend going to the Crosse website. They have pretty much pretty good information on there. You can also use the app to go on there. I believe the app is both for iOS, iOS and Android. But no, that's pretty much it. This weather station is pretty awesome for what it is, especially with the Wi-Fi and all that. So yeah.